Oh, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending what part of the world you're currently residing in. Oh, you guys, this is killing me. Oh, how y'all doing? It is midnight here in lovely San Francisco Bay Area. Let me tell you. Hey, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Good morning. Good early morning at 3 a.m. Hopefully, Dan's sleeping. Oh my gosh. Ah, it's been a week. Um, my son is current. I moved him into his apartment. My wife and I moved him last weekend. Um, he's been house sitting a neighbor's house, so he's actually been around um, the last couple of days. It's kind of neat. Um, it's nice that he's back home where I could see him potentially every day. But it's also, Laura and I, like he's house sitting right now, so Laura and we're on our own. So it's kind of like best of both worlds. You be a part time parent. Oh my goodness! Just hello to everyone in the chat. I saw we had people from uh, Kentucky. We had Linda from Virginia. We had Melbourne, Australia. Oh, I'm in my pajamas. Alexis is in her pajamas and ready to party. Oh my. Oh, okay. Um, I have not put out any videos this week. I don't know if that's because I'm lazy or if I actually prefer doing the lives. It's just getting to the point where Dave's covering everything. Go watch Terror by the Bay. He's put out some pretty good videos this week. The story that keeps coming back to me is what's going on with Mitch McConnell. And I saw there was a couple of comments in the chat before we hit the live button here on what's actually going on with him. After Lindsey Graham passed away, McConnell's can't put out a picture of him and his wife Elaine Chao. He's in a hospital style bed and a plaid shirt and jeans, and he's got a newspaper under his hand with that day's edition of the newspaper. And there was a couple of people that had done AI checks on it to see if it was artificially generated, and these checkers basically said no, it's not an AI generated photo. However, there was one I was watching a YouTube short, and the guy's like, yeah, I ran 5 different checks on it from 5 different generators, and they came back basically saying 86% of it was real. He goes, now that's an interesting number, oddly precise number, actually. What was interesting is what he said was a lot of these AI generators, they're only looking for AI. They're not looking for good old fashioned Photoshop. And he pointed out a couple things that Dave and I were talking with Marina on Taco Tuesday, which is that, both Mitch and Elaine look like they de-aged magically in this photo. And Dave had pointed out quite correctly that, if you've been in the hospital for a month, you typically don't put on weight and look better. And this picture, this guy did a side-by-side comparison of this is what Mitch McConnell looked like in his latest picture of the Senate. And then here's a picture of him next to his wife in the hospital. Alexis, right? He looks 10 years younger. That was his point too. It's like, look, his hair is darker. He looks younger. Elaine Chao looks younger. How did they both look younger at this hospital? And then the fact that it was 86% not AI, 86%, no AI generation, if you will. So what's the other 14%? And what makes the most sense is, yeah, they might have cleaned up a couple things, but then you got that newspaper under his hand. I mean, that wasn't there by accident, right? It was, look, it's proof that he's doing great. There, he's reading the newspaper, and oh, look, it's today's paper. Yes, we haven't heard anything since then. It just seems fishy. Yeah, of course, the Connell skip needs to put out something because Lindsey Graham dies, and honestly, for the last several weeks, the whole rumor's been Mitch McConnell's brain dead. So they put out this kid puts out this picture. So I just want to throw some cards on. Every time I've thrown cards on this, hopefully not just wish casting, every time I've thrown cards on it, it's he's not dead. He's feeling better. He's not dead, but he's not coming back anytime soon, if ever. The recovery is going to be slow. He's not going to be the Mitch McConnell previous to this incident. So that's what I've been every time I've done cards on this. So Amy's saying if he's doing so well, why doesn't he have a home care? Right. I spent time in an acute care center last year and will never get home health. I'm sorry to hear that, Amy. Yeah, it's really kind of an interesting question, right? He's been in the hospital for a month, and even the governor's like, your constituents need you to explain why, when it is you plan on showing back up for work again. And the theory that we have going into this is that the Republicans are desperate to not let the governor appoint a replacement for McConnell. I was reading somewhere, I don't know if it was in the comments or if it was online, where they said the governor, I think it was online, the governor can, and maybe if you're out that way, you can clarify this. So there was a comment there that said the governor has to pick the replacement from the same political party, but he doesn't necessarily have to pick someone's MAGA. And that would seem reasonable, but I don't know if that's the truth. I don't know the finer details of that. But let's take a look at what's going on with Mitch McConnell and what his future looks like with the Senate. This is entertainment purposes only. While I'm doing this, if you have something you want me to read on, just type it in all caps. You have to shout at me. It's 12:08 in the morning. There's 93 of you out there right now, so shout away if you want me to do anything in particular, because I really don't have an agenda. I'm just going to let you guys tell me what you want to hear, and I hope you're all having a great morning or evening or afternoon. Let's see what's going on. So what's the future look like for good old Mitch McConnell here? We haven't heard from him just the once, with an 86% non-AI photo. So what do we need to know? Okay, so we've got the Eight of Wands. This is about making communications, actions taken over to be taken, communications over the airwaves. That's occurs. So we may continue to get quote unquote non-AI generated photos of Mitch McConnell, right? The energy underneath it, no, it's the Nine of Wands or Nine of Swords. This is probably from this is anxiety. This is a problem that's keeping you up. If his health is really poor, but they still need to sort of keep up the ruse, the communication that everything is fine. The Empress is about taking care of your health. This could be Elaine Chao. She's got to be the nurturing, motherly type and keep up that front going there. Oops, excuse me. Page of Swords. Because if you can't keep it up, they're going to bring someone else new in with new ideas and new thoughts and new ways of doing it. And then you lose your star power because you're being replaced. I pulled up a second card just for the sake of it. Page of Wands, and that's you're bringing still with new ideas. Who's going to bring forth new actions? Those are not great cards. I guess if you assume that he's coming back, the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands are great because he's going to come back with his youthful ideas and youthful actions. I don't think that's what that means. I think what it means is they're scared that they're going to replace him with someone that's younger and more progressive, who's going to take different actions than he would normally support. So once again, it doesn't look like Mitch is coming back anytime soon. And the reason why they're keeping the ruse up is because they don't want him to be replaced. All right, let's see who's been shouting at me. Let's see. Rose blue. Lindsay was so far in the closet he found Narnia. All right, who else is shouting at me? Question. A private aerospace company in India just successfully launched their rocket, the Vikram 1, and deployed satellites. What's Elon think about it? Oh my goodness. I'd be curious to know what Elon thinks about stuff like that. I don't think Elon is. I don't think he's afraid of competition that way. So I'd be surprised if it was a negative. Let's just do like a little 3-carder on that. How's Elon feel about that? Knight of Wands, taking actions, moving things forward. So hey, he could be, if it's a positive feel, it's like, hey, you know what? It's great. Someone else is also taking action. They're moving things forward. They're making progress. Main clarification. 5 of Wands, chaos, disorder. Oh, that's interesting. And then 10 of Swords. And you can't harm me anymore. Wow, that's okay. That's okay. That's an interesting read. Let's see if let me read this. They deploy. What's Elon think about it? I wonder if he's not thinking about it at all. What I'm getting from this is he's got other things he's worried about right now. There's a lot of chaos going on in his world. I know SpaceX, the stock has plummeted from its IPO high, its post-IPO high. It's actually trading below the IPO target, what it was supposed to come out selling at least the last time I looked at the stock market. And the 10 of Swords is interesting because that's an end card. He's like, it's like they can't hurt you. They can't hurt me anymore. I'm beyond being able to be hurt by this. The other thing I got from this 5 of Wands is if there's more satellites in orbit, it's going to create chaos and more space junk. Because think the risk of things bumping into each other. My first thought was he wouldn't care. I get from this is he's got other things bothering him right now. He's got bigger fish to fry. I don't think he's given it much thought. I don't know if that's a great answer or not, but that's just what I'm getting from that. It says, given the circumstances, will the U.S. and Canada continue to share an unprotected border? We haven't been really good neighbors lately, have we? Oh, man. Well, let's see. Given the current situation, will the U.S. and Canada continue to share an unprotected border? Will our relationship continue its historic friendliness? Let's see what we got. Let's do a 3-quarter card on this as well. We got the Emperor. And then you got the 8 of Pentacles. The Five of Swords. Okay, so will we continue to have an open? Share an unprotected border. You know what I get when I look at this? It's like we'll have an open, unprotected border to a degree. It depends what you call open. To me, it's when I get these two cards, Trump's looking at some way to make money on it and being able to grab more things. And to me, it feels like he might do something, and this is crazy, and I apologize. It's 12:15 in the morning here. It's almost like what he wants to do with the Strait of Hormuz, where he charges a toll if you're coming across the border, that you gotta pay a Trump toll. That's what I get from that. It's like he's looking to find some way to make money on it. That would be kind of different. That's what I'm getting. Once again, I apologize. It's early in the morning. I could be just wildly off base on this. Lucy Rodriguez, why can't the governor swing by the hospital? Wouldn't that be interesting? And now apparently Mitch is in DC. I did see a picture of they showed a picture of Elaine Chao leaving the rehabilitation facility wearing a trench coat, which they said was really odd given the heat wave that DC's been under, that she's dressed like this. Yeah, would it be nice if someone could swing by the hospital, right? Okay, what else we got? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, if you could talk to 3 people for, quote, 20 minutes each, why can't you do a short press conference? Yeah, right? Just a quick note, right? Hey, a video, put out a YouTube short. Hey, you know what? Sorry I missed you. I've been feeling a little bit under the weather. I'll be back. And, here's today's newspaper, hold it up in the air. Give us something. But the fact that they just aren't, it's really suspicious. I'm not a big conspiracy theory person, but man, if this was a glass of milk, after looking at it and smelling it, I wouldn't be drinking it. This is something that I wouldn't want to consume. Let's see. Anyone yelling at me? What about Todd Blanche? Will he be confirmed? Yeah, it seems like there's a little bit of pushback going on, huh? Maybe the Senate's starting to look at some of Trump's picks and say, maybe we could raise the bar a little bit there, right? I mean, Todd Blanche is certainly more than willing to do Trump's dirty work for him. Let's see. Let's just do a quick 3-carder on that. How will Todd Blanche's Senate confirmation go? No, the King of Cups, Trump wants him. Because he's basically willing to do Trump's work and pass along his agenda to the MAGA folks. That whole nostalgia and doing what you're told. And the energy underneath is the sun, but the truth is coming out. The truth will be exposed. That's not really helpful. Unless what that truth, that sun card is saying is that in his Senate confirmation hearings, the truth is coming out about Todd Blanche and what his relationship is with Trump and what he's been willing to do for Trump to placate him. That wasn't a simple yes or no. I was kind of hoping to get something really definitive, but if you got a victory card and you got the Chariots and the King of Pentacles, then yeah, he'd get in. Or if it was the 3 of Swords or the death card, maybe he wouldn't be getting in. That was just why Trump wants him in, or simply during his confirmation hearing, there's going to be stuff coming to light that he was hoping wouldn't see the light of day. Okay. Oh, a technical question. Okay, so where did David and I learn our spreads? Okay, I learned it from David, so I'm just a copycat. And I asked Dave this because we have been asked this before. Dave was explaining there's a spread called the Celtic Cross, and he took that Celtic Cross spread and modified it. And that's how we do this. Sometimes we'll do a little 4-card. I don't know if there's a specific name for that, but it's a modified Celtic Cross. There was gosh, I can't remember the name of the channel. There was one of the ladies that used to watch us. She was starting a channel with a friend of hers, and she did like a 4-card spread, but it was the past, present, future, which I thought it was a great spread. I really enjoyed doing that. For me, I've never had any formal training. I'm just watching Dave and some other folks that like Libby who throw cards and stuff, and doing Taco Tuesday with Marina. I think you could probably do this. Probably you can do whatever you want. And I've made up a couple, the like a Republic energy on this side, Democrat energy, and then a card in the middle on what links it together. So it's just kind of go with what you feel. So, but yeah, the ones we use all the time is Celtic Cross. It's a modification of that. Okay. What do the cards have to say about the Senate race in Maine? Oh my! Hey, have the Democrats announced who their candidate is in Maine? Because the other guy dropped out. I was watching Cash Peters, and Cash Peters' reading was very interesting. It was just prior to this guy dropping out, where Cash's basically his stick figures came to a decision point where if they didn't change their trajectory, they were going into a dark tunnel, and that was basically bad. But if they fix the problem, either with this guy or this replacement, this person would end up on a higher path, and that Susan Collins would be like, she'd all of a sudden be looking up at this other stick figure, going, "How did you get up there?" And he did a follow-up, which was basically confirming that, yeah, they're, in this race, at least at some point, Susan Collins is going to realize that she's behind, that this other person's on the higher path. So we'll take a look at that. But see if anyone's told me if they got a replacement name. I don't see it. Okay, well, let's see what's going on in the Maine race. Real quick. The Senate race in Maine. What do we need to know? Okay. You got the smug merchant, the Nine of Cups. Okay, and that was also in Cash's. Yeah, that Susan Collins was excited. Yes. Smug merchant, hopes, wishes, dreams fulfilled. That's probably for either because this guy was running or he dropped out. But now you've got the moon. You got confusion because you don't know what path to take. You don't either. It's because they don't know who they're running against, so they don't know exactly how to move the ball down the field. They got to look forward to what actions they're going to take in the future to preserve my status of having all these things of value. But the energy underneath is the Ace of Swords, the truth. A new idea may be coming forth in this Senate election. what I'm getting, is Susan Collins' campaign doesn't know what to do yet. Let me look this up. Sorry, I hate doing this on a live. Normally, I would just have Dave take over and. Well, I'm doing this. Have the Democrats announced a Senate candidate in Maine? I'm just too tired to type. Okay, Plattner withdraws. Let's see, this is 16 hours old. No, they haven't announced anyone yet. Okay. Yeah, don't know yet. Susan Collins' campaign doesn't. Well, the good news is their campaign is going to rely on attacking whoever they're fighting instead of highlighting her accomplishments. So we'll wait and see. I guess the answer is don't know yet. Gotta get a candidate first. Well, Trump said firefighters to Ontario, Canada to help them. Yeah, it's crazy with those wildfires, huh? Not Trump. He'll probably try and find some way to sue Canada for all the smoke that's coming across the border. Okay. Okay. First card right out of the box is the Emperor. Will he send firefighters? Okay, what does the Emperor think about all this? Okay, so taking actions to defend from the high ground, and then the world. Oh man. It's possible. That Seven of Wands actually for me is like that would be, hey, I'm in charge. Let me know if you need some actions from us to help you bring an end to this. I mean, because the World card is bringing an end to the cycle. It's funny. I get a feeling that actually there may be some actions taken to help assist Canada defend itself from these wildfires, which is surprising because Trump usually doesn't give a shit about anything but himself. So I guess if he can figure out if there's a way that he can enrich himself or help himself, he'll do it. But yeah, those are actually some pretty positive cards from that. Let's see if I missed any comments there. There you go. Silly Sportsman, will FIFA's Infantino get arrested for corruption? Oh, wouldn't that just be poetic? Oh. I know, isn't that crazy? And then when Trump reached out to FIFA to have the U.S. player reinstated, to have his red card kind of overturned and his penalty reinstated, that caused all kinds of a ruckus. Let's see what will happen to Infantino and FIFA as a result of Trump's actions. Okay, you got the World card. It got the attention of a lot of people. The secrets and the stuff that are being kept behind the scenes, the information that's been kept secret, looking at what's been placed in front of you and not being happy what you're seeing, but there's something that's coming. And then you got the Seven of Swords, the blatant secrecy, the shit's going on behind the scenes when no one else is looking has been exposed. And the energy underneath it is the Lovers, about deep relationships and understandings and trust. There's going to be fallout from this. there's going to be fallout from this. Will he be arrested for corruption? I don't know about that, but there's going to be consequences of that. That I agree. Okay. Ooh. Michael Cohen, he's back in Trump's circle. Yeah, I heard the two of them were talking again and doing a radio show in New York and wants to take it national, of course, with the help of MAGA donors. I don't know what to think about Michael Cohen. I honestly don't know what to think about this guy. I mean, one thing I guess you could say about Michael Cohen is he's very passionate when he supports or not supports something. But like J.D. Vance, it seems like his moral compass is a little questionable. His convictions are a little bit up for bid. All right, so he's back in Trump circle. Almost taking the top of measures. Just what's going on with Michael Cohen? What do we need to know about Michael Cohen? The fool could be a foolish act. Is just going off in his own direction. New journey. He's got his little satchel and he's got his little puppy dog warning him that he could be going over a cliff. That's for sure. Five of Swords, win at all costs. Okay. The Tower. His foundation has been shaken, and this is kind of his, like I said, his convictions, his morals and convictions, the foundation of which has just been shattered. Page of Wands bringing forth new actions and new ideas. Energy underneath is the Magician. Trying to manifest a different future. He's what I get from this is he's trying to show he wants to go off in his own direction. He's trying something different and trying to manifest a different future, taking new actions, and destroying the foundations around him because it's a winner take all scenario. There's more going. There's more going on than we know. What a wonderful, what an amazing insight, right? There's so much mystery. Ooh. There's something going on in his life, and maybe that Magician could also be Trump, the Trump camp. There was something that he wanted that the Trump camp offered to him, and that is setting him on to this different journey. It's funny because Trump, usually if someone is quote unquote disloyal, the Trump camp is really quick to throw him under the bus. It could be that Cohen was sitting on some stuff about Trump that didn't come out, that Cohen didn't share, and Trump kind of threw him a bit of a lifeline, and they started mending their relationship because Trump realized he could have really taken me down and he didn't do it. I suppose that could be what's going on there. But Cohen, he's at least outwardly he is all in or all out. Either you're on my team or not. And it's interesting that the two of them are reconciling. Maybe we'll get the Sun card on that soon enough, right? Yeah, I think I read something about this. So I don't know if this was in jest or not. Trump wants to have tariffs on Canada due to the smoke crossing over to the U.S. Exactly, right? Hey, how can I make money on this? It's like the Strait of Hormuz. Trump wants to charge a tax on this. He truly wants to put a tariff on shipping traffic through the Strait of Hormuz. And when Iran said, "Yeah, we're going to charge a tax," then he changed his tune. Like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to get the money. Yeah, Iran can't do that, And then they put out the quote how you should have free passage to the Strait of Hormuz. There shouldn't be a tax by anyone. Blah blah blah. And now he wants to charge tariffs on goods traveling through the Strait of Hormuz because it'll offset the cost of us protecting the Strait of Hormuz after we did an unprovoked attack on Iran and created this whole mess ourselves. Stupid Trump tariffs. The fam wind, go figure. Well, it's just funny because he hates windmills. It's a shame you just take all those windmills and point it to Canada and blow the smoke back, right? Oh, another Elon Musk. How does Elon's future look like? I don't know. I hope it includes going to Mars and take Trump with you. He could be the Emperor of Mars, and you could be Mars's first lady. I'll do 3 Carter. I don't know. Elon Musk. That guy's a moron. Okay, what do we got? 8 of Cups. That's interesting. So the 8 of Cups is the emotional walking away. It's funny because someone had pointed out on one of their videos how, it's if the missing cup would make this the 9 of Cups, and that's that whole happy, the smug merchant, hopes, wishes, dreams fulfilled. Someone took away his cup and he's walking away from this. To me, this is that whole support of Trump and Doge. Walking away from it, it did not go the way he wanted it to go, and now he's looking at what's happening around him from a different light, not being happy in the situation he's in. I think we're going to see less politicalness out of Musk. Certainly for the Trump administration. I think with Elon, he's still going to try and support candidates that either give him tax breaks and support his business ventures, or candidates that are looking to reduce the debt, because those are the things that are most important to him. Give me more money and address the deficit in the United States. But that 8 of Cups is, I'm done. I did my thing, and I'm walking away from this nonsense. So maybe we'll hear less and less from Elon, and you know what? I'm good with that. Ooh. Mike Pence's fly had more personality than JD Vance. That's true. I felt so bad for Mike Pence. It's like, why didn't someone let him know he had a fly on his head? Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Man, lots of chat about Michael Cohen. Woo! Hey, Michelle, Trump is beyond an idiot. I know. Calling Trump an idiot's an offense to idiots, right? Sorry. So, all you idiots out there in the world, I apologize. If I likened you to Trump, Trump is clearly not to your level of intelligence and wherewithal. Hey, Linda, is Cuba still on Dump's radar? If he can make money off of him, Yeah, they absolutely will be. It's funny. Trump is picking so many fights with so many people that he just doesn't have the time and energy to keep all the battles going, right? He's opened too many wars on too many fronts. I mean, when was the last time he was poking fun at China or threatening North Korea, right? Or the Central and South American nations. He's clearly running out of energy because he can't attack as many people as he wants, right? Is Cuba still on Trump's radar? Let's take a quick look. Page of Swords. Page of Swords about taking new ideas, exposure to new truth. I'm just going to do 3 cards. Knight of Wands. Got to move forward on the new ideas. And the Justice underneath it. I don't think Cuba's on his radar right now. Unless the Page of Swords is bringing in a new leader and the actions behind it, and bringing quote unquote justice for the crimes of the previous governments. Okay, at first I thought it was no. He had other things to worry about. No, I bet you it is. He's looking to do regime change in Cuba. I think they are still on his radar. It just, the Epstein files haven't come up prominent enough in the news yet for him to go ahead and start pushing again on Cuba. I think is what's going on with that. All right. Make Trump the dear leader of Cuba. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's exactly what those cards were. Okay, let's hide that. All right. Okay. Yeah, Winter Run's got it right. 47 is a spoiled rich kid in high school, wanted to be the class president for the title, but never do the work. Just take credit, let other nerds. No, I mean, you've just summed up his whole life. That's exactly what he does. And when he ran against Hillary in 2016, I ended up voting for Hillary, but it was primarily because I was confident that Hillary Clinton could run a government. She had the back. She didn't have a great reputation, and probably a lot of it earned. But I had little doubt that she could run an effective government. I didn't think that about Trump at the time because he's only worked in private industry and never in a publicly held company. The Trump Enterprises, that is not a publicly held company. It's a private company. He's basically a king. He can do whatever he wants. He can say whatever he wants. He can hire whoever he wants. He can fire whoever he wants. No one can tell him what to do. He's not accountable to shareholders or board of directors. And his whole jam, his entire adult life is, I'm in charge. If something idea works, I can take credit for it. If an idea doesn't work, it's not that I had a bad idea, it's you did a terrible job of executing it, and he would throw that person under the bus. Sound familiar to how he runs a government? So it's like, this is the man that's least qualified to go out there and run the biggest public agency, most powerful public agency in the world. He's literally the worst person on the planet to do it, the least qualified. And the shit show that we've gotten from it is exactly what you would expect from someone who's taken on the most responsible job in the world and has no experience for it. But big shock there, right? All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Yay! Thank you, Amy, for the beverage fund. Yeah, my beverage is about 30 feet that direction. I don't dare pop one right now because I'll fall asleep on you. All right. Thank you so much, Amy. I appreciate that. Crystal Weatherby. Hey, Crystal. How are things going in Iowa? Super sticker. Thank you, Crystal. I totally appreciate you. The super sticker dance. Thank you so much. And Lucy Rodriguez, another super sticker. Thank you, Lucy. Hope you're doing well, my dear. Yay. And Linda for Virginia. Yay. And oh, more beer fun for me. Yes. I shall go to the store tomorrow and stock up. There's a store near where I work. It's called Grocery Outlet Bargain Market. I don't know if that's that's more of a nationwide chain or if it's just more local. I know they have them down like in Southern California, but I love going there because they specialize in marketing failures. Like you'll find stuff there you won't find anywhere else. Like jalapeno flavored mac and cheese. And they had a special on it where it was 37 cents a box. And it's just like, for 37 cents, let's give it a shot. They just they had Oreo cookies that were Girl Scout Thin Mint flavored. They have crazy, crazy stuff. And I love going through there because you just never know what you're going to find. So I've been going there, and I actually do buy beer from there because their prices actually on some stuff are phenomenal, and other stuff is just like really, really competitive. So Grocery Outlet in Oregon. Hey, there you go. We're definitely on the West Coast. Grocery Outlet here too. I don't know where here is, Bree. Where's here? Crystal, I'm glad you're still alive. Now you're making me nervous. Were you afraid that you wouldn't be still here or still be around with us on this plane? Hope you're doing well. Okay. Washington State. Okay, so we got the western half of the United States covered here. The coastal states. Okay, thank you so much for that. Got a few in Seattle. If you have not been to that store, go. It's a lot of fun. And like I said, not all their prices are super phenomenal and great. Some are just they're charging you what you would expect to pay. But when you find a bargain there, you find a real bargain. And sometimes it can be very unusual what you find. Okay, Rose Blue. Let's see. Cyclospora has been traced to Taylor Farm salads and lettuce at Taco Bell. I saw the Taco Bell. Taylor Farm salads. Okay, good to know. I mean, I guess if you want to go on a weight loss plan, head over to Taco Bell and buy some, or go to get some Taylor Farm salad mix. It was, but here my 10-year-old sense of humor about to come front and center. When they were saying that, the symptoms of this are like, explosive diarrhea, and they linked it to Taco Bell. It's just like, how do you know it's because of this virus or just because it's Taco Bell? I guarantee you, every time I've ever gone to Taco Bell, there's been a better than 50-50 chance I was going to get cyclospora, or at least the symptoms of it when I was done. There was this great video. There's this family in New Zealand, and they go around testing things, and they had just opened a Costco in New Zealand, so the whole family goes down there, and they did kind of like a reaction video, if you will, about going to Costco for the first time, because you can only imagine how big their eyes are when they see the size of everything at Costco. Well, I think they had come to the United States, and they went to Taco Bell, and they were going to town on Taco Bell. And the follow-up video was the dad noting that the next day he was paying the price for his zealous embracing of Taco Bell fare. It's just like, yep, I could have warned you about that. So that the fact that you could have a symptom of explosive diarrhea coming out of Taco Bell is not surprising to me at all. That would have been the first place I would have looked anyways, right? I guess you would dismiss it because just like, well, everyone who eats Taco Bell is gonna have that the next day, so that can't possibly be the link. Grocery outlets in Idaho. There you go. We have a type of grocery outlet in Australia called NQR. It's pretty good. And we call it not quite right. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, hey, we got another super sticker. Oh, thank you so much. Wow. 877-I5Y. Wow. Man, oh man, what were your parents thinking when they named you? That's just if you're hiding you're keeping your identity private. Google or whatever assigns a random set of characters like that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's see. Let's go back to live chat. Catching up. Send Taco Bell salads. Send Taco Bell salads to our dear Taco King at 1700 Peninsula Avenue. Oh my gosh. If only McDonald's had a salad that we could send them, right? What's this? We're waiting for a planned Costco to be built at a nearby industrial area. Can't wait. Love Costco is awesome. Laura and I don't buy quite as much from Costco because the kids are all out of the house. So we're not, we don't have to feed a family of 5 any longer. But like if I'm buying bread flour, I'm at Costco, baby. Getting my 20 pounds of flour. I probably go through 20 pounds of flour easy in a month. Probably more like 3 weeks I can go through 20 pounds of flour. So that's probably my number one purchase is buying flour. and I bought a grain mill and I've got 100 pounds of wheat berries. So, but Laura doesn't like when I grind the wheat berries. I can't sift it fine enough to make like an all-purpose type flour. So the breads I'm making tend to be a little denser, a little heavier, and Laura likes the light and fluffy loaves. If it were up to me, I'd be eating those heavy loaves with a lot more of the freshly milled grains. It doesn't bother me. And I know you're getting all the good part of the wheat berry, not just you're getting the bran and the germ, not just the parts that have no all the nutritional benefits being sifted out, right? Okay, oh my gosh. Taco Bell colonoscopy. It's certainly, yeah, maybe you don't have to drink that liquid. You can just go to Taco Bell. Okay, for the next 2 days, just have to have Taco Bell, then show up for your appointment. Don't eat before 12 hours before you show up. Poor Taco Bell. Oh my goodness. All right. I got celiac. I would still love to make my own bread. My understanding is that if you're using the whole grains and you're doing like an artisan style bread where you're letting the dough really rise, folks that are sensitive or that suffer from celiac disease, some are able to actually consume some of that. I'm not a doctor. I didn't sleep in a Holiday Inn Express last night, but that was my understanding that there's a better tolerance for that, or people who are diabetic and have, they don't get the blood sugar spike like from modern breads where, modern bread making, they can go from flour to finished loaf in about 3 hours. And what you're missing in that is the whole letting the glutens go after the sugars that are in the flour, and we've kind of done it to ourselves. And some of the wheat berries I'm using are, one of them's einkorn, which is an ancient grain. It's not been modified. They found some einkorn that was like 10,000 years old. I don't know if it's in a cave or something like that. And they tested, the chemical composition of this old einkorn seeds to the modern wheat berry, and it hasn't really changed much in 10,000 years. And it's an ancient grain. It's very simple. The thing with einkorn though is it doesn't develop a lot of gluten structure, so you don't get that big fluffy loaf of bread that my wife enjoys. It's a denser loaf, but it's more what people were eating 10,000 years ago. I mean, you just have to get used to it. That's all. A red wheat. I do have red wheat. Hard red wheat is one of the grains. I've got a hard red wheat. I've got a hard white wheat, and einkorn. How about sorghum? I'm going to try that. What's the name that they have for that? It's like, oh shoot, it begins with a K. But yeah, I'm looking at that as well. It's just I gotta get through some of the wheat berries I've got right now before I start taking on yet another another berry. We're told Seminola wheat is tolerated, or einkorn. Ask it. Yeah, exactly. Check with your doctor. But yeah, the thing about artisan style breads is the warm fermentation, the cold fermentation it's not just a couple of hours. It's for me, it's about 3 hours to 4 hours warm fermentation, and then it's in the fridge doing cold fermentation for 24 to 72 hours. The fermentation continues to happen in the refrigerator, just slows down a lot, and it gets rid of a lot of the sugar, and you don't spike your blood sugars when you eat it. What started me on this is Kamuth is the one I'm thinking of, and then there's like a commercial name for Kamuth grains. Kamuth, yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's not one of the ancient grains. Spelt is another ancient grain. Kamuth, yeah. Kamuth, that's the one I was thinking of. Okay. Will they be successful at getting him out with the 25th Amendment? I'm assuming we're talking about the orange one, right? That would be amazing to me if they actually could get him out with the 25th Amendment. Because he's purposely put a cabinet in place to prevent that from happening, right? So will the 25th Amendment be successfully deployed against Donald to get him out of office? Eight of Cups, emotionally walking away, show of strength, and Page of Swords. Okay. What I get from that is, yeah, that could totally happen, but it's going to be not because they're finally that Trump's finally failed his mental test, his cognitive test. Something happens where it's a situation where they have to walk away. His love, it's not that he's just being Trump. He actually has a setback that prevents him, that his strength is going away and he can't do the job anymore. And they got to bring someone in, some new person in with different ideas and a different attack. So that's what will they successfully get her out? Yeah, it depends. Yeah, they could, but it depends on what happens with Trump's health. It's going to be one of those things where he doesn't want to leave, but they realize he's not capable of doing the job, and they need to bring someone else in. Einkorn Flowers online. Yeah, I got mine from Pleasant Hill Grains is where I ordered my stuff. And I think they're out of Idaho. And it's nice. If you have a grain mill, my understanding is their grains are very quote unquote clean. There's not a lot of like gravel, debris, other stuff that can harm your grain mill. And their prices are actually really good. All right. If it squeals like a pig, sticks like a pig, it's Donald Trump. That's an affront to pigs, Aurelia. Aurelia, how are you? It's been a long time. I haven't seen you in the comments, but of course I haven't put out any videos lately, so that's probably more my fault than your fault. I hope you're doing well. Aurelia is one of our fans from the San Francisco Bay Area, from San Francisco exactly. In fact, I think you are from San Francisco, right, Aurelia? All right. I am going to call it a night, call it a morning. It's now 1 o'clock. I'm going to crawl back into bed. Maybe I'll soak myself in cold water and throw myself up against my wife's poetic justice for the number of times I've been shocked awake. I swear that woman takes an ice water bath before she hops into bed in the morning. It's like, my God. She sent me shooting across the room a couple of times. It's like someone pouring cold water on you when you're dead asleep, right? Anyways, thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being here for me. I apologize that I'm not putting out a lot of videos. I'm taking a bit of a active break from this, but I do miss you guys, and I just want to give back a little bit to the folks here that are up at ungodly hours of the day. Anyways, I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll catch you soon. Take care, folks. Bye now.